Maybe you should pull the fucking trigger.
Pull the trigger. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
Hey, what is up, guys? TeamDemise here, and today I'm coming at you with a Trickstar Deck Profile. I've ran through about 8 versions of this deck, and I finally found one that I personally like. There is 2 or 3 cards here and there that might get swapped out eventually, but this is a good run as of right now with the current ban list. I don't know what's going to get hit. Obviously, Brilliant Fusion is a big candidate to get hit, or Seraphonite, one of the two. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is going to be my deck for Link format. As you know, I played Shaddoll Trains, I played Chaos OTK, and I've played 60-card Skull Servants. 60-card Skull Servants were probably the most relevant deck I've played. I mean, they won a lot. Kind of got screwed out of a Louisville regional once, but that was my own fault, my own screw-ups here and there, and then I just decided to give it up. But we're going to go ahead and jump straight into this. Alright, now, I am going to say this right now. These cards have not been released, but they are confirmed. Code of the Duelist, I think. Most of them are commons, I'm pretty sure. I think one of them's like a rare or something, but let's go ahead and jump on into this. First off, we run our staple 3 Candina, 3 Lycoricica. These cards are the heart and soul of the deck. Okay, so what Candina does is when you normal summon her, you get to bring a Trickstar to hand. Now, most of the times you're going to be bringing Lycoricica to hand if you don't already have her. But if you do, you're going to be bringing Reincarnation to hit your playoff harder. Okay, so you got your staple there. 2 Gem Night Garnets for the round out the monsters. Just because right now I am playing the Brilliant Fusion engine, it might get switched up, honestly, because I don't know what's going to happen with Seraphonite. There's a lot of talk going around, but you never know. 3 Terraforming, because Terraforming lets this deck hit off so hard because the field spell is not once per turn. So it's, you just get to go. You get to just keep searching and searching and searching. And if I ever open a game with 3 Terraforming, I'm never mad. I'm happy about it, because then I get 3 automatic plays out. The second part of the deck, the extra normal summon, because this deck can hit off numerous times in a turn. Alright guys, sorry about that. For some reason my video cut out on me, so I'm right here. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about. But, double summon and Brilliant Fusions. Yeah. The deck basically works to where I can keep hitting off as many times as I can normal summon Candina. These are good. They're great. Don't need them, but they're great. The next card, Dark Room and Nightmare. This card is the literal most busted card in the deck, almost. Every time my opponent takes damage, they take 300 more. I've had this card up to 11 or 13? I don't know, 13 counters, I think. To where it was just going to hit off. All 300 damage each time. It's great. It works really well. If I draw this card and I get my play, it's guaranteed win. Unless it gets Ghost Ogred, which Dylan is the only person I've ever seen do that, which pissed me off something fierce. But, Contact with Don Thousand is the next card. This card's really great. Both players lose 1,000 life points. So, automatically I'm getting to help, the cause here. All cards that are drawn while this card's effect is applied must remain revealed. While players have a spell card in hand, they can't summon. Okay? Well, normal summoners set monsters until they get rid of that spell card. So what I like doing is I like trapping my opponent in. Because not only can I see their entire hand, I get to know what plays they're going to make. Because I'm not the best player in the world, but I can tell if someone's playing Zodiac. If they have a rat in hand, I know what's going to happen, I mean, you can just infer that much. 3 of the field spells. Light Sage is busted, in my opinion. It's not once per turn. Well, it's not a hard once per turn. I can search a Trickstar, so I can search only monsters. So I can search Candina if I need her, or Lycoricica if I need her, or just want another one. And I can terraform and get another one, do the same play again, get more and more and more, and basically end up with a board of a Candina and 3 Lycoricica if I do good with it. So, On top of that, it also, every time they inflict damage, my opponent takes 200 more, plus with Dark Room, they get 300 extra. That's for a different time, though. Pot of Cupidity or Desires. Hold on one second. Nope. Pot of Cupidity or Desires, whichever you want to call it, is good and bad. Bad because I can literally bust this deck by using it. But good because I can also win the game. Basically, I've only played this card a few times. It's always been in the deck, I just never see it. But when I do, it's like, oh, I just lost this game because of that. Or, oh, hey, I just won this game because I just top-decked a Reincarnation. No. But it works. It works. I mean, I might put it to 1. It's definitely not going to 3, though. Regeki, just because this deck's not strong, I do need a secondary option, if so be it. But I did have this taken out for the third contract, but I decided to put it back in because contract is once per turn, so, you know, it worked. Now we're on to Trickstar Reincarnation, the most busted card of the deck. Basically, what this card does is tell your opponents get fucked. You banish your opponent's entire hand first off, so that's already busted. But then they draw cards equal to the amount banished. So they get rid of their hand, they draw new cards, and then they're taking damage for every card they draw. But that's not even the best part of this card, because when this card's in the graveyard, I can banish it and special summon a Trickstar. You would have to see this shit to understand it. Next is Gift of Greed. It's just a generic draw to. I like to build my opponent's boards really high before I use Reincarnation. That way they take even more damage. So, or not their board, build their hand really high. But, yeah, it works out really well. I mean, honestly, I couldn't ask for much more from it. Every time I use it, unless I top deck it. Like, when I need a card to help me through, I top deck it. It's so terrible. But other than that, it works. It works. I do run 2 present cards. I don't run 3 because, once per turn, unfortunately, they discard their entire hand and then draw 5 cards. So if my opponent goes second, or if I go second, my opponent goes first, and they, go down to 1 card, Reincarnation's not going to do much damage. But if I rebuild their hand back to 5, and then hit, this little guy, and make it to 7, so not only did they just take 1,400 if I don't have the filled spell on the field, but then they're taking that all over again when Reincarnation hits. It's really good. If I'm ever going second, I'll probably side deck 1 in. But Disturbance Strategy, it's generic, shuffles their entire hand back into the deck. Works really nicely. I just use it as a mid card. I try to use this one to bait out stuff before I have to go in. And then finally wrapping up the main deck, 2 Quaking, just because this deck is not good at defense. There's not much I can really do, but if my opponent gets a full board and I'm Quaking him, GG. What are you gonna do? You can't summon no monsters. Who the fuck runs? Well, I'm Dark Magician, baby, but I don't count. Seraphinite. We're starting off the extra deck strong. I don't think it's going to be around much longer, but hopefully it makes the deck really good. Number 41. Best extra deck card in the deck. I went into him at least 20 times. I'm pretty sure I went into him more than Seraphinite at this point. If he's in attack position, then he's unaffected by card effects, like can't be destroyed by him and stuff. And if he's in defense mode, all monsters in the field go to defense mode, and their effects are negated. It's really busted stall. Then I got Castell. I went into him a few times. He gets rid of problematic cards. You know what Castell does. Cowboy! I love Cowboy. I don't know why I'm playing it too, but yeah, I am. I like the 2. I went into him, like I said, once or twice and won the game with him, but other than that, no, not very often. Crazy Box, because I love Crazy Box, never went into him. Gaga the Risen, get rid of problematic cards like Bigger Beaters, never went into him. I don't know why I would have this card. I think I just randomly selected level 4s. Yeah, I've never went into this guy. Never went in, never went in, never went in. Went in one time, it was really funny. Or, no, I didn't. That was cold deck. Never went into, never went into, never went into. I think I just literally just randomly selected cards from here over. But I've never went into most of them. I keep it between these three mostly, and then Cowboy if I need to finish the game. So, I don't have a side deck yet, because I obviously don't know what the format's going to look like completely. But, these are some cards that I'm going to be siding in if Brilliant Fusion gets hit. This is going to be my answer. Rival or Rival. So during the battle phase, immediately after the effect resolves, normal summon one monster. So it lets me keep going, even though I can't attack, which is necessarily not a bad thing, because I don't really want to go second this deck, but, I mean, it's still a setback. And then Narcus. Narcus, if my opponent takes effect damage, I can special summon her, and they take damage every time they activate a monster in their hand or graveyard. So, I mean, it's okay. It's not going to be the best, but it's a free extra 200, 400, possibly 700 damage. But, yeah, and then, obviously, Mage Power, because this is my spice right here. The deck is very weak. The strongest card in the deck is Garnet, and that's not very strong. I can literally get Candine up to 4,300 or Liquorosica up to 4,100 with this card, and it just makes it busted, honestly. It's really good. But I've bricked with it more times than I can imagine. So it's in between that or the other contract. I don't know. It's up to personal preference. Like I said, I went through 8 different variants of this deck, from the lockdown to so many variants. I can't even explain them. I've already went through and deleted all of them because half of them were garbage. But I've tried pure Trickstars. Does not work. Do this kind of deck if you want to play Trickstars. The pure Trickstars do not work at all. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much more I can say. If you like the deck, give it a try. It is a dick troll deck, and your friends are going to hate you, but it's still really fun for you. This is what I'm going to be playing in Link format, so have fun. Louisville, St. Louis, and, I don't even know where else we go for regionals. We'll probably go to some big regionals this year, because this was our first technical year playing in tournaments. And just give a little shout out to Dylan and Brad. They're up at Nats right now. So, yeah, it's going to be fun for them. I wish them the best of luck, and hopefully Brad can bring home something. I mean, I think he's playing Mermail, to be honest, though. So, I don't know. It might not work out well for the home team. Anyway, there guys. I'm tired of rambling. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to, and I'll see you tomorrow.